How's it going, guys? Cody back again, dropping yet another video. Right, guys, so this video, as you can tell from the title, is how to survive prison with no money. Now, I think there's a big misconception that everyone that goes to prison is a successful criminal. They've made loads of dough, they've got a missus, they've got a couple of kids, they've got a great support network, great family. Not always the case. Now, like I say, having been in prison on 3 stretches, having a support network, first time it was the girl that I was with at the time, and then I had my co-defendant sister and her husband, great people. They were supporting me, backed up by my family, and then on my second stretch, family, third stretch, family, bam, right? But the thing is, not everyone has that luxury of a support network, of family, of friends, sending money in, so you can top up your canteen, so you can buy things and buy phone credit and things like that. And like I say, if you're in a cell and you've got no loved ones, because not everyone grows up with a great family and great family connections. You've got a lot of kids in the system that have grown up in care leavers, and they've been passed from pillar to post, child home to child home, family to family, with no structure, no settlement, no settled life, right? And unfortunately, a lot of these kids that have had the worst starts in society, physically abused, emotionally abused, sexually abused, physically abused, grown up in care leavers, etc., etc., they end up in prison, right? Which is quite sad when you actually look at it in the cold light of day. But all these prisoners that have got the luxury of a family and a support network and a missus or a wife or whatever that's supporting them, right? They are saving lives. If you're supporting someone in prison, you are ultimately saving that person's life, because you're the light at the end of the tunnel. When the times get hard, and they do get hard, let me tell you. But as guys, and we all do the whole macho thing, oh, prison don't bother me, blah, blah, blah. But when you're locked behind your door, like, anyone that says prison hasn't gotten to him is a fucking liar, because it gets to us all. Now, like I said, if you've got a support network and a family member, when the times get down, you've got pictures of them on the wall, remind you of the good times, right? You can ring them up, you're on the phone, they can sort you out of a dark place. And when the chips are down, and you might even be contemplating self-harm or suicide, and it does go on, guys, just look at the record levels we've got of self-harm within our prisons and everything, and we're on par to see record levels, unfortunately, of suicides. That it can snap you out of that mood. It really, really can. And it's that reason to live another day, go another day, go another day. And it's the light at the end of the tunnel, ultimately, because eventually, unless serving a whole life tariff, you're going to be released. Now, let's focus on the prisoners that go to prison with nothing, right? No family, no support network, no friends, might even be living homeless on the streets. It goes down that way. So you go to prison, right? The big morale boosters whilst you're in prison are visits, when you ring people and you get your phone calls, when your canteen comes and things like that, and your visits, right? Now, imagine having none of that. Imagine having none of that. No one to ring, no money coming in to top up your canteen, to top up your phone, right? Nothing, no friends, no family, no support network. Right, it's a very, very lonely experience, right? It's a very, very lonely time. And when you go to jail, if you've got no money, people might think, well, you go to prison. Some people go to prison and they might have been off the streets, right? So they've got one pair of clothes, which is on the back, right? Eventually that's going to need cleaning. But when that's in the wash, when they put that into the laundry, they're going to need other clothes. So how do we go about that? So this is a t-shirt. This was my t-shirt. Because when I went in, I was remanded. I only had the clothes on my back. They said that my jeans were a security risk because of all the pockets and stuff, just being arseholes. So I had to get around in prison clothes, right? Till my clothes got in. About after 3.5 weeks, it took me about another week, 2 weeks to get my actual clothes. So this is from Strangeways, right? This is just a prison tee, typical prison t-shirt from Strangeways. There's nothing on the label. I think it was made at Garth. But yeah. Still smells amazing, but yeah, you can see how bobbled it is and stuff there. You got to think about how many men have wore that, right? So that's a Strangeways one. If you go to somewhere like Forest Bank, you could end up in one of these. This is from when I was a cleaner at Forest Bank on my last stretch. Charcoal grey t-shirt look. And people keep asking me, right, what does FBBM stands for? Now, apparently, it stands for Forest Bank Boys or hold on, what's his name? Forest Bank Boys. I can't fucking remember. Forest Bank Boys and Men, or boys, men, I can't fucking, male category, I can't remember. So anyway, so this is what you're going to get about in if you end up in Forest Bank, right? Now, they also have jogging bottoms to them. I don't have any of the jogging bottoms on there. But the jogging bottoms, again, no pockets, charcoal grey at Forest Bank. And that's how, like, so you can get clothes, right? They also do jumpers. And they're even, now and again, you'll see prison coats as well. They're not as rare, like they used to be grey with like an orange shoulder pad on each side. So orange here, grey everywhere else. Prisoners used to wear them on the yard. They're harder to come by these days, though. They seem to see them less and less. But t-shirts, jumpers, tracky bottoms. If you've got no trainers or you need fresh trainers because your trainers are stinking, you can get plimsoll trainers. Everyone loves plimsoll trainers because you could run 100 meters in about 5 seconds, right? Everyone loved them. Socks and underwear you can get free in strange ways, because obviously I was waiting for my clothes to come in because I was remanded. The prison boxes were blue. It was like a one size fucking fits all thing. Right? It was horrendous. They used to shave me. They used to cut up into my balls. It was horrible. Socks, they're like paper thin sort of socks, very cheap, in like very, very cheap fucking like socks, but it does the job. Now moving on to showers, obviously people need to keep cleaning. Prison, there's a lot of scruffs in prison, but there's a lot of clean kids. So how do you get toiletries? So you can get toiletries from the screws, right? So you can hit them up for shower gels, just like a little sachet thing. They have bars of soap, toothbrushes, toothpaste, razors, things like that. So you can get all that from the officers. Toilet roll as well included. You can get all that stuff from the screws. Food, obviously in prison you get 3 meals a day, if you can call them meals. Your breakfast, like I said, just cereal. Like at Strangeways, it'd be like you'd get a fucking child-sized portion of cereal, literally a child-sized portion, and a little carton of milk, which you're getting smaller. That's your cereal. You can also get toast as well. Other prisons, you just take your bowl and they'll scoop it and they'll fill it to the top with like Rice Krispies or fucking cornflakes, whatever it is. Put it with your milk, get a couple of like 2 pieces of toast. Then you've got to have a table with some jam and some butter on and just have it and eat it there. Then you've got obviously your dinner and your lunch, and that's 7 days a week, right? Some meals are better than others. Anyone that's been in prison will know, and your menu can differ, and the food can differ from prison to prison. When I was in Strangeways, I lost 2 stone in my first 6-7 weeks because I was on the HMP diet, and the man next to me might be 5 stone wet through. I'm 6'4", 22 stone at the time, and I get the same size portion as the guy next to me. Sometimes, if he's been in a while and he's friendly with the cleaners that are around the server there, he'll get a bigger portion than me. It goes down that way. And then you come out of your server and then you just top up with bread. People use bread as a topper upper. This is aimed at people that have obviously got no support network, no money coming in via friends or family. So you can get bread, go back to your cell. Obviously at Strangeways, we eat in our cells. At Forest Bank, you can eat on the landing or you can eat on your cell. But yeah, so that's that. So food, you can get 3 meals a day, 7 days a week. Bam, some are better than others. There you go. Bedding, laundry and stuff like that. So they'll do a bedding exchange. Like Strangeways was, I think it used to be once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks. Sometimes it was longer. And literally all you do, you rip your bed sheet off. Because at Strangeways you don't get a quilt, right? So you pull your sheet off, you pull your fucking thingy off, you stick it all into your pillowcase. You'd have your pillowcase, stick it all into your pillowcase, and you go down. You do an exchange, right? Like for like swap, take it back, put it on your bed. Jobs are good. And at Forest Bank, again, same sort of script. I think it was on Wednesday, laundry day. Like I think it was like certain cells on certain days, and you put your laundry outside your cell. Whoever was on laundry, the cleaner would come along, pick it up, take it in, and they don't use fabric conditioner, but they use like wash tablets, and they'll wash your clothes, and then they'll bring it back and put it outside your door. You write down how many t-shirts, if you, like I said, you're going to be in prison t-shirts because you've got no money, you've got no support network. You might have 1 set of clothes, you might have a couple of sets of clothes, just like, but you might have to wear prison clothes at some point or other. So you write down, I've got 4 t-shirts, 4 pairs of pants, 6 pairs of socks, 6 pairs of boxers, right? And then you put it in with your name, what cell you're in a piece of paper, bam, come back to you. So that's that. Now going on to, say that you've got someone, say you've got an elderly relative, say you've got a grandma, like I said, she hasn't got the money to support you whilst you're in prison, but she writes to you once every few weeks, right? So you want to write back to her, but you've got no money because she might be a pensioner or something, she might not have money. Money's not, like I said, this is aimed at people that are absolutely skint. So every week you'll get 2 OLs for your letters. Now, OLs are prison letters that are free of charge. All it is, in layman's terms, is an envelope and a single piece of A4 paper lined front and back, and then you get 2 of them, and then in a nutshell, the prison pay for them letters to go out. So you'll write your letter on the back, on the lip, you'll put your last name, your prison number, and the cell and the wing you're on, right? You put it into the post box, which isn't a post box, just like a fucking metal thing, right? And you don't seal it, right? Unless it's a Rule 39 letter, and then obviously you can seal it. So that was that. Rule 39 is a solicitor's letter, legal letters, things like that, which the screws are not allowed to open, or shouldn't open, but they do. Certain prisoners, blah, blah, blah. So that's that. People then get about, and like I say, so you can survive with food, toiletries, fresh bedding, prison clothes, as we've alluded to with them horrible t-shirts that I've just shown you. You can survive in prison without any money. You can hustle. You could, let's say that you've got, I don't know, you've grafted, stealing, grafting, a shower gel or 2. You might gamble that. You might have a game of pool and like double or quits and stuff. So you could hustle. You could rob, which I don't recommend, because if you get caught, you get fucking levered. I hate thieves, right? I despise thieves in jail, and it goes on. It's rife. It goes on. But if you get caught doing it, you will get fucking filled in. It's as simple as that. So you can hustle, you can gamble, you can steal, which I've just alluded to. I wouldn't recommend. I've even heard of sexual favours. I know that sounds crazy, but it does go on. Sexual favours can also, like, you can get shower gels or whatever you need to do through that, and bits and pieces. This is the thing. So you can survive in prison with no money. It limits you massively. And the one thing as well, if you've got no money coming in and you've got no support network, do not get in debt for hooch. Do not get in debt for drugs. Do not get in debt for tobacco. Do not get in debt for a mobile phone, because prisoners that become addicted to drugs, prisoners take drugs for many different reasons: to escape the reality of the surroundings, to get high for a few hours, the spike, the peer pressured into it, they take it off their own back. They might walk across the landing and pick up dimps, where smoking's banned in prison now, but like they used to pick up dimps, and then the dimps might be like a little bit of spice left, and then you're on your ass. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, if you end up in debt and you can't pay, your body's telling you need the drug, so you'll take the drug on debt. You won't pay it, you can't pay it, it starts getting double, triple, it gets fucking stupid, and then bam, someone comes in and smashes you to pieces. Goes on that way. But you can survive in prison without any money. What else have we covered? So food, toiletries, bedding, clothing. Bedding, clothing. Like I said, you can get gym in prison as well, depending on... some prisons don't see gym unless you're a wing cleaner and stuff like that. When I was in Strangeways, we did the induction. We didn't even see the gym. Forest Bank, you've got to see the gym as part of your induction. And then I went to a couple of times. I went to the gym as a wing cleaner, so wing gym. So you can get wing gym, employed gym, stuff like that. So that's that. So yeah, you can do things like that. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so that's it. So there you go. Hopefully that answers some questions. I'll probably miss something out. My brain's telling me I've missed something out, so I apologise if I have. But yeah, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below, how hard it is. Have you survived prison with no money? If so, what have you done to get money? What have you seen sort of go on? Grafting and all that sort of stuff goes down. We know that, don't we? I'm going to leave it there, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Cody out.